Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 19 of Sundara Kanda. In the previous chapter, we have seen uh, Hanuman, while he was waiting on Sita, observing her to make sure himself that she is really the Sita, the consort of Rama, and at the same time he saw Ravana, whom a couple of hours later he saw him sleeping in his bed. He saw the same Ravana walking into the Ashoka grove with a host of his ladies, and certainly he is suspecting that he is the Ravana is coming to approach Sita. Beholding Ravana, the lord of the Titans, endowed with youth and beauty, wearing gorgeous raiment and priceless jewels, that irreproachable princess trembled like a palm agitated by the wind, and covering her breast and belly with her hands, seeking to conceal them, shrank away. Dashagriva gazed on Vaidehi, who was guarded by companies of female titans, and that unfortunate one, given over to grief, resembled a ship foundering in the sea. Seated on the naked ground, Sita, who was fixed in virtue, resembled a branch severed from a tree that has fallen to earth, her limbs covered with a soiled cloth. She who was worthy of ornaments, now no longer adorned, resembled a lotus stack stained with mud, and though radiant, her beauty was dimmed. In imagination, she took refuge with that lion among men, Rama, her mind a chariot drawn by the steeds of resolution, and that charming princess devoted to Rama, emaciated, weeping, separated from her kinsfolk, was a prey to anxiety and grief, and saw no end to her misfortune. Rocking herself to and fro, she resembled the female of the king of the snakes under the spell of an incantation, or the planet Rohini pursued by Dhumaketu, or a saintly and virtuous woman of a noble house who finds herself through marriage placed in a low born family. They resemble a great reputation that has been lost, or a faith that has been disregarded, or a mind that has become clouded, or a hope destroyed, a future shattered, an order misinterpreted, a region obliterated at the destruction of the world, or an offering rejected by the gods, a night on which the full moon is obscured by clouds, or a lotus pool laid waste, an army bereft of its warriors, a moon under eclipse, a dried up river, an altar which has been desecrated, or a flame that has been extinguished, or a lotus pool bereft of flowers, its birds struck with terror, agitated by the trumpeting of elephants. In separation from her lord, consumed with grief, she appeared like a river whose waters have run dry, and on account of her limbs not having been washed, she resembled night during the period of the waning moon. That lovely and graceful woman, accustomed to a palace filled with precious gems, now with wasted limbs, resembled the stack of lotus freshly plucked and wilting in the sun. As the female elephant, which has been captured, chained for a stake, grieving for its mate, sighs again and again, so seemed she, for long dark tresses utterly neglected lay along her back, so that she appeared like the earth covered with a dark forest at the end of the rainy season, tortured by hunger, sorrow, anxiety, and fear, emaciated, desolate, weakened by abstinence, and given over to austerity, stricken with grief, resembling a goddess. Her hands were joined, offering prayers to Rama for the destruction of Ravana. And beholding that blameless Maithili with her beautiful dark eyes and graceful lashes, Ravana to his own destruction sought to seduce her. Thus ended chapter 19 of Sundara Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.